Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm going to be doing a collection video. These are movies that I've picked up here in Argentina. There are some films that you haven't heard of. There are some films that you may have heard of. So hopefully in this video you're going to uncover a few films that you never heard about and makes you want to go out there and see them. So I'm a massive DVD collector, and thankfully in Argentina there are enough stores to keep me interested. And so by the end of my time here in Argentina, I'm sure that I'm going to have a massive collection of films because it's already starting to pile up. So to prevent myself from making this video too long, I'll get straight into the list. If you want to know more details, please ask me in the description box. There are some films that I've seen in this collection. There's also some films that I haven't seen. So I can only give you opinions on the movies I have seen. But as I said, if you see something that you really like, then hopefully this video will prove useful. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to go off with some Argentine horror films. Now the first horror movie is a movie called Necrophobia. This looks very interesting. I haven't seen it. It is about this guy who's having a nervous breakdown. I actually think I know how this story is going to go. It doesn't really, if you've seen the trailer, it doesn't really hide too much. But I'm hoping that it delivers on its promise, and it's supposed to be a very bizarre, morbid film and very gory as well. So the trailer looked really promising, and I'm hoping that Necrophobia can be one of the more memorable Argentinian horror films. There are some Argentine horrors that are really good, but then again there are some that are really bad as well. So it's pretty much a hit and miss, and hopefully this is one of the hits. Okay, next up we have another Argentine horror film. This is Memory of the Dead. Once again, haven't seen it. The trailer looks promising. But yeah, as I said, hit and miss with Argentine horror. So this could be really good, it could be really bad, who knows. That's part of the risk you take with a blind buy. Obviously the love for Argentina that I have, I want to collect as much horror as possible, and this one was on the shelf and I thought, why not? It wasn't too expensive, so I'm not taking a massive risk, but as I said, there's always a risk when you don't know what a film is going to be like, and I bought this without even seeing the trailer first, so hopefully fingers crossed. Next up is a Kevin Smith film. This is called La Secta. It's also known as Red State. Wasn't really impressed with this film, to be honest. I thought Tusk was a much more enjoyable film. The end got really ridiculous. I liked the tone that the movie had in the first, say, 3 quarters, but the last quarter it kind of let it down a little bit. I wasn't such a big fan of this film, and I feel that it is a little bit overrated. This is a zombie film that I have seen that I thought was a lot of fun. This is called 13 Eerie. It's a different title in Argentina. But there is some pretty ordinary acting. There's some ordinary, plots, devices in the story. But overall, it's a fun film. If you don't take it too seriously, which is obviously what the director wants you to do, he wants you to relax a little bit. I thought it was a lot of fun. So if you get a few friends around, this is a movie that you could do a lot worse out there. There are movies out there that are much worse, and I was expecting to hate this, but I got something out of it. So this is one of the more surprising horror films that I've seen in quite a while. Because when you have no expectations whatsoever, it's always a pleasant surprise when a movie catches you off guard. This is an Alex de la Iglesia film. Alex de la Iglesia is a fantastic director. He directed Last Circus, he directed The Witching and Bitching, and this is his, I'm not sure, it wasn't his first film, it's a movie in the earlier days, but it's his more recognised film, and that is Perdita Durango. I haven't seen it yet. Javier Bardem is in it. This comes with massive expectations based on the fact that I'm a massive fan of the director, and also the fact that this movie comes with a lot of hype. It's supposed to be very disturbing and quite strange as well, so it's everything that I want from a movie, so hopefully Alex de la Iglesia can deliver with Perdita Durango. Next up is an Irish horror film called Spider Hole. Haven't seen this movie. I don't have any expectations for it whatsoever. I've been told it's pretty bad, but it was very cheap, so I thought, why not give it a go? It says it's kind of like Hostel meets, another horror film that, I've no expectations whatsoever. As I said, it's supposed to be pretty bad, so who knows? It might be like 13 Eerie. It might surprise me, but I'm not holding out too much hope for this film. Next up is a movie I just mentioned before. This is Alex de la Iglesia, Las Brujas, also known as Witching and Bitching. I was a little bit disappointed with this one. I was expecting something of the standard of The Last Circus. Having said that, on a movie by its own, it's not bad. It was fairly, enjoyable. But if you're comparing it to The Last Circus, his other film that is my favourite Alex de la Iglesia movie, you're going to be disappointed because this seemed like it was lacking something. It was really well made, the cinematography was great, almost felt like a cartoon, it was very surreal, a lot of imagination put into it, a lot of vivid imagery, but unfortunately for me, it just fell short. It felt like it wasn't quite to the standard that I have put Alex Delia Glacier up to, and that to me came out as a disappointment. A really good opening to the film, but unfortunately it meanders along and it doesn't really amount to anything terribly spectacular. So that was a bit disappointing. This one is Cronica de una Fuga. This is based, the English title is Chronicles of an Escape. This is based in Buenos Aires, Argentina, 1970s, when the Videla regime was in place. Now, Videla was an absolutely horrible dictator who killed a lot of political prisoners. They went missing. So this movie is about some political prisoners who have been wrongly accused. They've been sentenced to imprisonment inside this mansion where they're tortured, and they've got to come up with a way to escape. So this is kind of an escape movie. I've got a high expectation for this. The trailer looked really, really good, and a lot of people here in Argentina have highly acclaimed this film. So I'm really hoping that this delivers, because I think it could be something truly spectacular. So fingers crossed that Crónica de una Fuego, it delivers. So last one for this collection video is an Australian horror film. So I'm really happy to see anything Australian in Argentina, and this is Road Train. Now, once again, I've heard bad things about this movie. Xavier Samuel is in it. This goes under a different title in Argentina. It's about this possessed truck, I think, and it forces these people to do weird things. Xavier Samuel, Sophie Lowe, Bob Morley, and Georgina Haig. I like Georgina Haig, so this one looks like a fun ride. It looks like a throwback to Ozploitation films. It only got about 3.6 on IMDb, so expectations not high. I thought the trailer looked fairly impressive, so I'm hoping that this is one of the rare occasions where IMDb, there's such a bad score, it can surprise me. So every now and then I come across a film that has been absolutely trashed on IMDb, but yet it comes up to surprise me, and that's few and far between, but there have been films that have done it, and I'm hoping that Road Train will be one of them. Alright guys, that's it for my collection video. As I said, I'm sure that I'm going to collect a lot more, so when I get more movies, I'll do another collection video update, and so hopefully you guys got a few new titles in this. As I said, if you've got any questions, please ask me in the description box below, in the comments section below, sorry. And so until next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later. Bye.